Hey everyone, my name is Filomena Jack, and I am so glad that you are with me today to learn to crochet. What a fun poem. So what you need with you, get a pair of scissors, small pair of scissors will do. We're using what's called worsted weight or normal yarn, so nothing too thin, nothing too bulky. And the same thing with your crochet hook, something in a normal size, a J, an H, an I even, but don't get something that's really tiny and don't get something that's really big. And I just wanted to share with you very quickly, just this little chart here from treasury.com about the different sizes of yarns and what they suggest to use as a crochet hook. Now listen, don't worry about this right now. If you were reading a pattern, the pattern would tell you what size you're going to use, but that's really a personal thing. It's sort of like everyone holds a pencil in a different way. You'll hold your crochet hook in a different way and may need a different size. That will come with practice, but don't worry about it for today. So here I am. I'm going to switch my camera around so that you're seeing my surface. It'll make it easier. So relax. Here's my little camera. Relax, drop your shoulders. We're here to have some fun. You're not going to need your scissors right now. I'm just getting myself set up here. Let's switch cameras. Boop-a-da-boo, there I am, there's my new camera, and let's take that background off because we don't need that background. And there we go. So here's my background. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So I have this little ball of yarn here, and my yarn is coming out from the outside. Yours may be stuck in here and coming in from the inside. So just take a moment to get your yarn. And this is what we're going to work on today. We're going to learn the chain stitch today. We're going to learn the chain stitch. In the beginning, there was a chain stitch, and from that stitch, all the other stitches were born. It's really interesting. So I am going to choose a crochet hook. This one is an N like new crochet hook, but you could pick something that is a bit smaller, maybe an H or a J. I'm choosing this large one so it's easy for you to see. So very quickly, the best way to get our yarn on our hook is to lay our yarn down. Our hook is on top, and then we're just doing an overhand knot. And I can go back over all of this stuff for you. If you have any questions, anyone here have a question? Oh, yes, that's a very good question. So you don't want to tie it on too tight. Good question. You don't want to tie it on too tight. You see how I can still slip this back and forth, but it's not falling off my hook. Great question. So I like to have my yarn in my lap sometimes. And if you have a cat at home, that might be hard for you. You may have a cat in your lap already. So I'm going to put my yarn in my lap, and I've got a little tail here. And I've got my yarn that's connected to the yarn in my lap. Your crochet hook probably has a flat spot. So I'm going to take my right hand and use my thumb and my pointer fingers to hold at that flat spot. So this is my right hand. This is my left hand. And we can reverse this. So if I have any lefties in the class today, any lefties in the class today? Okay, great. No problem. So if there were any, I could show you. It's very easy to switch, but you know what? I'm a left-handed gal and I crochet in what's called the right-handed position. So I sort of hold my fingers back here, flat spot, but some people hold their hook like this. Interesting, but most people will hold their crochet hook like this. And notice I don't have a death grip. My knuckles don't hurt. It's a loose grip. It's a loose grip. And then for our left hand here, we are going to take our two fingers here. Those are eventually going to squeeze. I think of my hand like a water gun, and I have my yarn come over my finger, and then my fingers pinch, and I will go into a much longer lesson coming up. We want to start our first chain. So my hook is in front of me, in front of the yarn. I'm going to swoop down and come up, swoop down and come up, and then come through. That is our first chain. And if you're not getting any of that, that's okay. I'm going to go into a much longer lesson about how to hold our hands, but I just wanted to have you see some of these chain stitches. So always down in front, come up behind, and then through that loop, down, up, through the loop, and move my pincher fingers again, down and up. And in our next lesson, we'll talk more about how our hands should be positioned and what our chain stitches should look like, what the front and the back. Thank you for joining me in class today. I can't wait to see you in the next class. Bye.